Welcome back to Ride JBI. I'm JB. In this video, we're going to cover how to install the JBI Titanium WP Pro Compression Adjuster Piston. These are the tools and hardware that you're going to need in order to easily and successfully install this component on your bike. What we have here is we've already removed the OEM WP Compression Adjuster Assembly. In one bag, we have all the shims and the high-speed adjuster plate that we provide to you. And also the other bag is our JBI Titanium Piston. You're going to want a 1/4 inch torque wrench. You're going to want a regular small 1/4 inch drive. Here I have a very small 2.5 millimeter T-handle. I'm going to use this to slide on all the shims onto and keep them in order when I remove the zip tie. These are very important. These are some shaft holding blocks, and they are going to hold our component from spinning when we go to remove it. Specifically, we want the 12 millimeter size. For assembly, we're going to use the orange Loctite. If you do not have that, you can use red or blue yourself. If you aren't familiar with orange, orange is advertised as the strength of red, but with the removability of blue, meaning you do not need heat in order to safely remove it from the threads. And then lastly, we're going to utilize a little bit of WD-40 to ensure that none of the Loctite is curing or went anywhere that we do not want Loctite at. So let's get into it by removing the pieces that we provided you and then disassembling our compression adjuster assembly. So in this bag, we're going to have all of the shims and valving already on a zip tie, and we're going to ask you to install it into our piston. We're not giving you the piston with the shims already in there because reason being we have to have them installed in a kind of a certain way to ensure proper operation, and we're going to have you do that because it's going to be easiest for you to do it as you are installing it. Awesome. So please keep everything on this zip tie as you see. Now we can take these big shims, these are our check valve shims, and kind of set these aside. I'm going to go over exactly how to install these. You're going to have 3 of these, but for these, please keep these exactly on order. You can keep them on the zip tie if you want. I want something a little more rigid, so we're going to utilize this T-handle. Use that to keep everything in place. So here's what we need to know. These are called wave shims. I'm providing you with 2 of them. So please stack one on top of the other so we get the dual spring effect, and make sure that they line up exactly as they are. So you'll see them fit into each other. Now with them that side, so you can see we can lay them 2 different ways. We're going to put this side, as shown, down into our piston recess. So as this sits here, this is going to drop right into there. And please ensure, now this is going to stick up just above the edge a little bit because that is a spring effect. And this is our check valve check plate. And that's going to sit right on top. If we line everything up right, you can see we can actually push down on it. So perfect, we're to set that aside for now. Next, we're going to focus on the OEM WP compression adjuster. This just slides apart by hand. There is going to be a thin shim on the inside right here. Please ensure that that stays in there. That protects this aluminum housing from our steel spring. That spring is going to push right against that. So please leave that in there. Take this spring, you can leave it inside the housing. We'll set that right there. This is the componentry that we want. We're going to move this piston and replace it with our JBI Titanium piston. As you can see, the geometry of the port's quite different. I just so happen to have a WP kit piston next to me. So in their kit shocks, this is the style of piston that they're providing you with. So instead of providing you with this one, they're going to a 6-hole design. You can see that ours is pretty similar to what we're providing. So we're helping you turn your OEM shock to be more similar in terms of hardware and performance as the WP kit shocks. And also the Showa and KYBs, they have a very similar piston as well. So now that we have this removed, please ensure that this is free of any oil or anything that's lubricated. That's not going to help it clamp and hold it in place. And also make sure that your shaft holding block is free of any oil or lubrication as well. Now again, we need the 12 millimeter. We're going to clamp on here. Cool. And then now we're going to link this up inside of our vise. Now this needs to be tight, but don't get too over torqued with it because you can crush the housing, and the clicker is inside of there and it'll make the clicker very hard to turn. We're going to want a 10 millimeter socket, and we have a 10 millimeter nut on the inside of here that we are going to remove. Now, none of these have to be grounded. All these will come off with just a tool. Depending on the year you have, some of them will have a lot of green Loctite on it. Some of the newer ones don't have much Loctite at all. So just be kind of luck of the draw. Any Loctite you have, please take your time to clean off, not only on the nut itself, but on the threads also. So cool, now that we have that removed, let's remove this whole assembly from our vise clamp and kind of hold on to it because it can fall apart now that the nut's gone. And we'll lay that right here. This is the main piece we want. Everything here in terms of the piston, all of the valving that's there can stay, and the high-speed adjuster plate can stay. We're not going to utilize any of that. Now please look for a very small washer, or sorry, shim down here. That needs to be removed as well. All we want is this compression adjuster post. Please take care to remove any shim that's still on the compression adjuster post. A lot of times you can use a fingernail to get underneath it, or, oh, there we go, or a little bit of gravity. You can also use a razor blade or another shim. Now earlier I mentioned we want to check these threads for any Loctite or any of the shit that might be inside of them. So please clean those off. We're going to take a little bit of compressed air and just give it a little blast. And it's even wise to give it through one of these sides. Hold your finger on the other side, and that's going to cause the air to come out of the center. So that way, if any Loctite or any stuff fell in that center hole, we just ejected it back out. Again, one of these side holes, cover the other one, so we force the air to go through. Your JBI Titanium WP Pro Compression Adjuster Piston will arrive already assembled with an O-ring on the outside and the shim stack already laid out on top. It'll be held in place with a temporary plastic fastener. Please remove this fastener and then slide it onto a longer assembly piece for the next step of assembling this to the compression adjuster. So let's take a review. We got our high-speed adjuster plate down here, the plate facing this way. It's so that way the spring can locate on that. So that's the direction we want that. Beautiful. Now we're ready to install our piston. I find it hard to lift the piston and put it on this way because these pieces are going to want to fall out. So again, one last time, let's double check our wave washers. Make sure they're all lined up as they are. Put our check plate against it. And then now we're going to hold on our shim stack as such and install it right into the center. And when everything lines up just right, you can see our check plate fell into place. So now that we have that installed, you can see our check plate is now flush all the way around. And we actually push down on it to verify its functionality. So that's how the shock backfills the oil on the rebound stroke. So that check plate's working beautifully. So I'm going to grab and kind of push down with this finger and pull up. So that way everything stays on our piston. And we are almost done. So now we can mount this back up into our vise. I'm going to take good care to hold everything in place. Cool. Now this is an M6 thread. It is aluminum and it is also hollow. So if you look at our JBI suspension torque specs guide that we have posted up here, this is a fine thread and we're going to utilize a locking compound. So if I look at our guide, we recommend 24 inch-pounds. That also converts to 2 foot-pounds. Or if you want to Newton meters, it is a little more than 3 Newton meters. Please utilize a 1/4 inch drive torque wrench. We find that anything bigger than that doesn't tend to be as accurate when it comes to these smaller torque values. Let's put a dab of orange Loctite on the inside of our nut and then push it around inside those threads to make sure it is spread nice and evenly inside of our threads. So if we come down here and we look, if I let go with my finger, this assembly lifts up a little bit. So just be aware when you push down on it, everything's lining up just right like it should. So that way you don't torque down on it and have stuff be crooked and possibly bend some shims and need some replacements. If you make a mistake and you do, no worries, just hit us up. We will help you out. But ideally, you probably just want to do it right the first time so that way you can go out and ride. because I know I get really excited when I'm working on my bike and I'm making some good adjustments on it. So I did that finger tight. That way I could kind of hold everything in place as I do. And now I just got to find the socket that I had. There we go. To finish installing this. So I've already preset our torque wrench to 24 inch-pounds. Awesome. Now that is tightened down. I'm going to let this sit for about a good 6 hours to fully cure before we put it inside of any oil. And then lastly, we're going to take a little bit of WD-40 and do a small little squirt right through the center of this to allow any Loctite that may have gone on the inside get pushed out of the side holes. Please wipe off any residual that may have come up like that. And now you are almost done. Here's your new WP with JBI titanium compression piston installed. Again, we'll provide you with our complete JBI shim stack on this. Now it is time to put the high-speed spring adjuster back on. That'll fit right there. Please verify we still have our shim on the inside. And we can slide this back on top. And as you can see, this is ready to install inside of your WP shock. Keep in mind there will always be somewhat of a gap on all the models, so do not be alarmed. When you install this, this assembly will get compressed down and get tightened when you put it inside of the shock body housing. So don't be alarmed by that. Thank you for checking this out, and everything I talked about in this video you can find at ridejbi.com. These are part of our JBI WP shock DIY kits. We have a separate product page on these WP titanium compression pistons we make. This isn't a piston or an item that we sell individually, but it does have its own product page, just so that way you can read all about it and get really good in-depth detailed information about it. But if you do want to purchase these, you can purchase our complete DIY kit, which will include this, shims for the main piston as well, and then also our bladder conversion kit also. So that way we can take your OEM WP shock and update it in terms of hardware and settings to be as close as possible as a WP kit shock at a fraction of the price. And the results are going to be exactly what you would expect. A OEM shock that looks OEM, but on the inside has really cool kit hardware, and it performs pretty much at the same level as the kit shocks. And again, for a fraction of the price. All JBI suspension services and parts can be found at ridejbi.com.